Who brought this mad person into my office? The words echoed like thunder in her ears, slicing through the proud smile she wore as she stepped into the CEO's office for her first day at work. Just yesterday, she was celebrated as the brightest star of her graduating set, the girl who conquered every exam and left lecturers in awe. Today, in the company where her dreams were finally supposed to take flight, she stood frozen as the CEO's eyes blazed with disgust. "Get out of here," he roared. Security rushed in, dragged her out, and slammed the door. Confusion, shame, horror. She wasn't mad. She knew she wasn't. But why was everyone suddenly seeing someone else? That day marked the beginning of her descent into a nightmare she never saw coming. Every time she applied for a job, she would be shortlisted, invited for interviews, and even congratulated in advance. But the moment she stepped into the office, everything turned upside down. Faces twisted in shock. People shouted, "Who brought this mad person here? Take her away." They didn't see the brilliant young woman in her neat suit. They saw a deranged figure, and each time she was thrown out. It wasn't only jobs. Investors who initially wanted to support her startup screamed and chased her away. Families who promised to help suddenly turned against her. Every door to her breakthrough seemed locked, guided by an invincible shadow of a madman who sometimes shows up even in her dreams. At night, she tossed and turned, haunted by the visions of this terrifying figure wide-eyed, mocking her, whispering, "I will frustrate you until you have nothing left." His voice was like poison, convincing her that her life was doomed. Some nights she drowned her pain in alcohol at the club. Other days she tried finding peace in church, though her faith wavered with every disappointment. She was spiraling, torn between hope and despair. One afternoon, she poured her heart out to her best friend, who listened with tears in her eyes. "I know someone who can help," her friend said, leading her to a wealthy woman known for helping struggling youths. For a brief moment, light pierced her darkness. The woman listened, sympathized, and agreed to loan her the money she needed to start afresh. Relief flooded her heart. Finally, a new chapter was about to begin. But as soon as the woman returned with the money and set her eyes on her, her expression twisted. "Who brought this mad person into my house?" the woman screamed. "Get out now!" The money slipped from her fingers. The door slammed in her face. Hope shattered again. Her pastor noticed her absence and called her in one evening. "I saw something concerning you," he began softly, but anger bubbled in her. She had heard too many sermons, too many pleas for donations. She didn't wait for him to finish. "I know what you want, Pastor. Money. Leave me alone." She stormed out before he could utter another word. But the pastor didn't give up. He kept praying for her. Then came the night that changed everything. The madman appeared again, taller, darker, more terrifying than ever. His laughter filled the room as he pointed at her. "Today is the end. I will destroy you once and for all." Fear gripped her, but something within her stirred. "I am a child of God. You cannot destroy me," she declared, her voice trembling. The madman sneered. "You, a child of God? You who fornicate, drink, and live in sin? God doesn't know you." His hands lifted, ready to strike the final blow. But before it could land, a force rushed in. Her pastor burst into the room, his voice thundering with tongues of fire. The air shook with power as he confronted the madman. Words clashed like weapons in a battle of spirits. Suddenly, lightning cracked through the room. Thunder roared. The madman screamed, crumbling to the floor, defeated. The pastor laid hands on her, praying fervently until peace washed over her soul. For the first time in years, the chain broke. She was free. 2 months later, she walked confidently into another job interview. This time, no one screamed. No one saw madness. They saw her, the brilliant, intelligent young woman she truly was. She got the job at a prestigious firm. Her life finally set on the path destiny had always intended. Her story became one of resilience, deliverance, and the power of faith over the darkest shadows. Moral: not every setback is natural. Some struggles have spiritual roots. Her repeated failures show that unseen forces can block opportunities, but they can be defeated. Sin weakens spiritual authority. The madman mocked her lifestyle, which reminds us that compromise can give the enemy a foothold. And lastly, God places helpers around us. Her pastor's unwavering prayers shows that divine connections can stand in the gap when we feel lost. Her journey reminds us that no matter the battles we face, God's power is greater than every limitation. Thanks for watching. What lesson did you take from this story? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe and check out more inspiring stories by visiting our channel. And share this story with someone who needs encouragement today.